back. Well, today I am joined by Jerry Slowey, who is the VP of Communications for Alignment Healthcare. Well, Jerry, very nice to have you on the show. How are you today?
I'm doing really well, Lisa, and it's a real pleasure to be able to join you and your viewers today.
Well, it is a very important time right now as we have open enrollment and there's a variety of things to choose from and definitely to know, especially those who may be new to some choices that they're making given their age. So before we get into some of those changes and differences, why don't you tell me a little bit about Alignment Healthcare?
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited for the opportunity to speak to you and your viewers about Alignment Healthcare. You know, Alignment Healthcare is the healthcare company that's really focused around seniors. And through our company Alignment Health Plan, we offer Medicare Advantage plans. So this is really what we're going to talk about today, because it's, as you mentioned, such a critical time for those who are evaluating their healthcare benefits and their choices and their options. And I think one of the things that really makes Alignment different is our core mission statement, our value proposition, which is fundamentally, it's very simple, to put the senior first. And that's what we're really committed to do. And through that process of commitment to that, we've been given accolades, many different accolades about our service, particularly our service to member services and things of that nature. And we've also received the 2020 Senior Gold Choice Award, which we are really excited about, because that is actually the voice of the people that we are trying to serve here. And as I mentioned, you know, we really put the seniors at the center of everything we do. And that's why we created a very unique platform. It's a really high-tech, high-touch platform, one that really looks at each individual in terms of what are their clinical needs, but what are all sort of what we call their social lifestyle needs, because what we're looking to make sure they have access to all of that aspect of it in terms of, and I'll go through some examples a little later of what that would be and how that's so important to the seniors' care overall. But one of the things, I'm sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. No, I was interrupting you. So tell me, how long has Alignment Healthcare been around?
Right, we were formed in 2013, and we are a local organization. We're based in Orange County, based in the city of Orange, with a real focus on serving Californians, and particularly those as we'll speak today, more in Southern California. And once again, I think, you know, our mission really spoke to these challenging times that we're in these days with the pandemic and all the things that bring to the equation. And that's one of the things where I was about to speak to, which is about access. And that's one of our cornerstones, is making sure you have access to care when you need it, where you need it, and also how you'd like to receive it. And as we know, through these very challenging times, so many people have been, we've been moving to sort of a virtual healthcare services as well as an in-person thing. And we've always sort of offered that when this is where we were able to be there in a minute's notice for our members as the pandemic started. And we're really committed to sort of that 24-hour, 7 days a week access to care. We have the ability for our members to speak to doctors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as well as what we'll talk about a little bit, a very exciting program called Concierge on Demand. So.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Well, so as I mentioned, the Medicare annual enrollment period is upon us. And there's a lot of things that people need to know. And hopefully most seniors do have a pretty good idea because they've been working up to this point to sort of understand the way it all works. So tell me a little bit about the enrollment period and what is encompassed with all of that.
Absolutely. And this is a really important period. I'm going to start off by giving the actual dates, because there's certain dates that you can make your enrollment decisions or switch plans of things of that nature. And so the important dates for everyone to remember for Medicare annual election period, also known as open enrollment, is from October 15th through December 7th. And probably many people are seeing advertisements, getting things in the mail and things of that nature. So there are options in the marketplace, but I think for individuals who are looking maybe new to Medicare, as you mentioned at the introduction, or those that may already have a Medicare Advantage plan and they may be looking at what their other options are, this is the time to make those decisions, to get your questions answered, because there's probably a lot of questions people have. Everybody's care is different. Everybody's access needs are different. And so it's really important that that's one of the reasons, like I know about a year ago, we partnered with Monarch Healthcare, and Monarch Healthcare is a really strong provider, particularly in this area. And,
Right.
you know, so if you were to say evaluate Alignment Health Plan and looking at who's in the network, Monarch Health is in our network. You don't have to change your doctors if you're seeing them. So that's one of the components that's really important to consider when you're evaluating your choices and your options, is who are the providers in that network and what kind of services are they providing?
Yeah. Well, speaking of providers, now that you mentioned Monarch, what are some of the other ones that you have in your network?
Gosh, you know, we have large, we'll be adding Memorial Care as well, more up sort of in southern Los Angeles County. We've adding for 2021, we're adding Scripps in San Diego. We added Sutter in Northern California. So we're really partnering with some of the very best healthcare systems in California. And that's really part of our strategic plan, is to try and partner with the very best that are currently delivering care and services to Medicare eligible participants in our marketplace.
Right. And you know, Memorial Care is a big part of this area as well as Monarch. So I think Memorial Care, excuse me, would be probably ideal to be able to partner with, because there are so many people. So that's good to hear. Now,
Absolutely.
going forward, you know, what are some of the new things for 2021 that your members are looking forward to?
What's exciting about 2021 for us here at Alignment is the new opportunities we're bringing to the marketplace that we really feel is going to make a difference in that seniors' healthcare. And in their healthcare, we've looked at the seniors as more than just what is their healthcare experience, what is their lifestyle experience. A quick example is why we did that. So we could offer the best benefits, but if you can't get to your doctor's office because you don't have transportation, and people don't think of transportation as a healthcare need, but it is a really important need. And so we started with that, and we introduced a program called the Access on Demand Concierge Program. That program is available to every member of Alignment Health Plan. It's a really exciting and unique program. It's one where we have dedicated 24-hour, 7-day-a-week concierge service members, because we recognize that your need for answers or access to care doesn't just happen between 8 a.m. in the morning and 8 p.m. at night. And that's why we expanded this program. We're one of the very few that offer 24-hour access to care and services through our Access on Demand thing. A unique feature of our Access program is our Black Card. And every member gets an Access on Demand Black Card, just like a regular card that you can keep in your wallet, things of that nature. And this is also sort of a gateway to another exciting benefit, which is our over-the-counter benefits. So many of our plans, almost all of our plans, have an over-the-counter allowance, monthly allowance that participants can spend at pharmacies, retailers for their over-the-counter needs, you know, say vitamins, eligible items like that, everything from ice packs. I mean, all the different things that aren't necessarily a prescription, for instance.
Okay.
And so our members can take this card, swipe it at the retailers, right at the checkout on these available items, and it's deducted from that card allowance. And there is added monthly to the card. And so that's really, really exciting. But for 2021, we've introduced new things for the Access program. Some of the exciting things we've added, in addition to what we added last year, which was like Grandkids on Demand, because we realized that isolation and loneliness impacts depression, impacts people's ability to stay compliant on medications. We introduced Grandkids on Demand, which is where, for qualifying plans, you can speak to what we call grandkids that can help you with so many things like light housework. They can help you with your computer if you need help, like setting things up, or if it's just to talk and just a personal connection, which is now really critically important. And we're even doing that virtually during the era that we're in. We've also added a really exciting benefit this year on certain plans called pet sitting. And so, as talking to you earlier, a lot of people maybe postpone an appointment to see a doctor to go for an elective surgery because they don't want to leave their pet alone and they have no one to care for it. So what this is a program to take care of people's pets while, you know, through a whole process that we have that's really helpful so we can learn about that member and then have that pet care so you can make that appointment.
Right, right.
Worry about things like that. We also have sort of pest control, things of that nature, to
Okay.
really look at the 360 experience of what our members are going through when they're trying to access care. But
Well,
probably, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say that
I'm so sorry.
to have all of those things, and that is kind of a differentiator from other healthcare that's out there. And then lastly, I know you wanted to say one more thing. I think about your plan is that I'm looking at the monthly $50 premium rebate. If you could quickly go over that, then we will be wrapping this up.
Absolutely. I was about to dive into that. And that's really attendant to a new plan we're putting in the market for 2021. And it's our AVA HMO virtual plan, virtual first plan.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is you have access to virtual doctors and specialists. And you can, as well as if you wanted to go see a doctor and a specialist in person, but this is your virtual specialist and doctor first. And so many people have been accessing and wanting all of that through that experience. It comes with a $50 Part B premium rebate, which is very exciting, but also $100 a month sort of allowance is put on that Black Card that I spoke about. So $100 a month you have to spend on OTC items at 50,000 participating pharmacies and or online. It's a really exciting thing, and it's a different product, and I don't think it's like any other in the marketplace. It's really, really exciting.
Yeah, that sounds like something. I mean, all of those things that you mentioned sound great regarding some additional things, and that's really where I think you're hitting the lifestyle plan. So I think that's awesome. Well, Jerry, it was very nice to meet you, and very nice to hear about Alignment Healthcare. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. It was my pleasure.
All right. We'll be right back after this.